So you made this hire. What kind of opportunities do you see in Asia specifically?
Well, the region is obviously growing tremendously. By 2025, half the world's population is going to be within a 3-hour flight of Singapore. So you can imagine the real estate opportunities across every asset class are going to be extraordinary over the decades to come. So we're positioning ourselves to take advantage of that.
Specifically, in what areas of real estate do you see the opportunity shorter term and then more medium than longer term?
Well, it varies by country. So we have the benefit at KKR of having offices in 8 different countries across the region. So some of the countries are developing countries like Southeast Asia, and some of them are quite mature countries like Japan and Korea. So depending upon which country we're in, the opportunities are quite different.
Give me an example.
So for example, in China, you've got a combination of a deleveraging banking system, which should create opportunities in a distressed or restructuring environment. And you've got the emergence of a growing middle class, which should expand the retail opportunities. So for example, we've made an investment in a retail outlet mall company in China.
Go to China, exactly.
Yep.
To what extent is the opportunity because people have gotten overextended there, and so they need to get out of some of these positions, and there are some bargain basement prices you can pick up?
I think it's going to be a little bit of both. As the banking sector deleverages over time, I think we will take advantage of the fact that you are pointing out that people have gotten overextended and they need to deleverage. But at the same time, with the growing China economy, 6 to 8% a year, that is creating a consumption pattern across individuals that should benefit the hospitality sector and the retail sector.
KKR is an enormously successful company. It hasn't always been known to be dominant in the real estate area. You've got to play some catch up with at least one competitor that I won't mention, okay?
That's okay.
How can you catch up with Blackstone?
Sure. So
we've mentioned it.
Yeah, I know. That's because he chuckled and he seemed to be in a good mood for it.
We're all good. So we've been a dedicated real estate investor since 2013 with respect to running institutional or fiduciary capital. But over the 40 years of the firm's history, Henry and George actually were quite prolific and active in the real estate space. But it's really since 2013 when I joined that we've really been a global real estate investor along third-party capital investors. So the answer to your question is we've got a global brand, we've got a dominant franchise in Europe, in Asia, and the United States. And my job is really to connect the dots across all the different parts of the firm that are established in all these different geographic locations to take advantage of real estate-related opportunities on behalf of our own capital and the capital of institutional clients. So it's all about connecting the dots.
So when we talked earlier, sort of what are your favorite plays was from an offbeat sector play on like retirement homes, for example, or college housing.
Yep.
Blackstone just made a play into warehousing. Where is the single best opportunity that you see right now?
Globally?
Yes.
I think actually in Korea right now, the logistics opportunity is quite interesting. I heard on your earlier segment the discussion around retail consumption in terms of bricks and mortar. In Korea, 23% of all retail sales are online sales. That's compared to about 10% here in the United States. In the logistics area in Korea, there is really not a strong supply of state-of-the-art logistics facilities. So we're actually proactively developing logistics facility outside of Seoul, effectively on the ring roads of Seoul.
So, as you say, you have a very powerful brand globally. Does that bring enough deal flow into you? Do you get a look at these deals, or does your hire that you just made really help you in that regard? Is that part of the reason for the hire?
It's definitely part of the reason for the hire, but let's understand we have 20 people on the ground already in KKR real estate in Asia, and it's all about connecting to our country teams and to our private equity franchise. With John Pitar coming in, that just solidifies our ability to take advantage of the connectivity across the firm to leverage our franchise, to leverage our brand to source and underwrite real estate-related opportunities, not only at the asset level, but at the entity level or the corporate level.